Coming up on this episode of One-on-One Sports,
we discuss the final four teams in the NCAA tournament,
break down the NHL and NBA playoff races,
figure out potential top picks in the NFL draft.
All that and so much more.
And it all starts
right now. Hello and welcome to this episode of One-on-One Sports. I'm Matt Holzapfel.
And I'm Andrew Vendelis. A lot happened this past weekend in the world of sports, but before we get started, let's step up to the plate for the quick hitters. Los Angeles Lakers have officially decided to shut down superstar LeBron James for the remainder of the season. This comes after James has reportedly been battling a bad groin injury all season. Matt, is this the right move, and should it have been made earlier or not at all?
It should have happened earlier, for sure, because the Lakers were eliminated on March 22nd after a loss to the Brooklyn Nets, and why play him after that? But here's why, and I know why they did it. If you shut down LeBron James, you are effectively saying that every game from here on out doesn't matter. And while that is true, you're saying that to your fans, the paying customers going to the games and buying tickets.
And who do they want to see?
LeBron James. But
exactly.
Also, why would they go to a game that you are saying yourself doesn't matter? Look, I get LeBron wanted to compete. He said himself, and Luke Walton said that he wanted to play, but why? Why did you want to play?
I agree. They should have shut him down even earlier, the minute when Lonzo and company got hurt as well. I know that's kind of a bad opinion, but it was the first downside of the Lakers season where we went, oh crap, these guys are in trouble. This is the least amount of games LeBron has ever played. Of course, it's out of his control due to injury, but I hope this is just a temporary slump because I would love to see LeBron get one more ring, through hell or high water. The worst case scenario, though, his run in LA could resemble Jordan's run in DC. I don't see that happening. I don't see it happening, but I'm saying that is the worst case scenario.
LeBron James had a fantastic season, right? Yes, he played the career low game, but he had the worst injury of his career. He's not on that level yet.
I know. I'm just saying I don't want it to get there. I don't think it will.
I'll agree with that. The New York Giants are reportedly not ruling out a plan to extend quarterback Eli Manning through the 2020 season. And is this move a head scratcher, or does Eli still have more to prove?
I don't know why the heck the Giants would do this. I don't know. David Gettleman is burning the city of New York down to the ground, and he does not care what the New Yorkers, the Yonkers think. Just bite the bullet on Eli because you might as well blow everything up. That's just my opinion. I'm sorry.
I agree with most of the stuff you said, except the answer to the question. Of
course,
okay. It makes total sense. And look, who are the other quarterbacks on their roster right now? Alex Tanney and Kyle Lauletta.
Maybe Dwayne Haskins.
Maybe Josh Rosen. I'm going to get there. Look. The answer is truly it depends. If they draft a quarterback, which they should at 6 or 17 or wherever, then it's like, okay, maybe they don't have to re-sign Eli Manning. However, even if they do, if you keep Eli, he doesn't have to start year one. Even if he does start year one, he can learn from Eli. No matter what, having Eli Manning on your roster is not hurting them.
I mean, OBJ's gone, Golden Tate. What? Eli doesn't have any real threats.
They're not making the playoffs. Don't get me wrong. They're not making the playoffs.
I was going to say, what do you expect to get out of Eli? Because he's not going to give you another NFC East title. He's not even going to get you a Super Bowl.
No,
so what's the goal then with keeping him being a mentor?
No. Are they going to make the playoffs with him? Not with that roster. But is he still better than any of their other options until the draft? Yes. Because you have to have someone to say, look, you're a rookie, you can learn from this guy.
But why
Whether or not
that?
The rookie quarterback starts, you learn from him. And look, I'm already worried, and you said this about David Gettleman, he's blowing up the whole thing. The Giants had the 6th and 17th overall picks. He said, quote, we're taking the best available player. That doesn't mean a quarterback. Should it be? Absolutely.
Yes.
But it might not be.
It should be, absolutely. I mean, I just think it's time to move on. But if Eli does, re-sign or whatever they do, at least maybe he can teach the new quarterback how to beat the Patriots. That's the one thing he knows how to do.
That's true.
New Arizona Cardinals head coach Cliff Kingsbury is planning on installing a new practice policy by allowing players to take cell phone breaks. Matt, is this a smart move, or is it something that could backfire?
Look, there's a reason that the other teams in the NFL don't do this. It's because cell phones are a distraction.
They are.
Now, I get that Cliff Kingsbury did this at Texas Tech, and it worked. And he's saying, oh, those guys were 20, 21. These guys are 25, 26. The average age for an NFL player is 25. That's fine. But there are 100 times more distractions in the NFL than in college. And that's saying something because college has a lot of distractions, as we know. But in the NFL, if you can't handle being away from your phone for 2 to 3 hours, you're not ready for that stage.
I agree. It's fine that they get breaks, but cell phone breaks, that takes them out of the game mentally. Even physically, obviously, you're looking down at your screen. You're not paying attention to anything that could go on. You're not strategizing or anything. The Cardinals, I know, but still, during practice, but The Cardinals are also a team in major flux, so why do they need another distraction? It could be representative of how Kingsbury's coaching style will be. It could be lazy, uninspired, and managing of players' time in the worst way.
Cliff Kingsbury was a very good college coach, and although Texas Tech wasn't always good, he developed a lot of good quarterbacks, Baker Mayfield, Patrick Mahomes, just to name a few.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say he's wrong until we see it happen. I disagree with it. I don't think it will work, but that doesn't mean it won't work.
Yeah, but what's the upside on this? They could just get more, level heads getting out of practice.
He's right about this. He said that players of this age get distracted. They need breaks. They need mental breaks because they're already thinking about what's on social media. They want to see it.
Yeah.
You never know.
I just don't think it's a good idea, personally.
It hasn't been an easy season for the Alliance of American Football. A lack of funding, big-name players, and attendance have been roadblocks for the league. But only 7 games into a 10-game season, and the AAF may be facing its biggest setback yet, suspending all operations indefinitely as of Tuesday afternoon. Andrew, if this is true, is this the end of the AAF, and what went wrong?
What a shame. News broke just an hour before we started filming that players will be informed that today, Tuesday, is their last day. Operations will suspend tomorrow. Not a waste, though, from an outside perspective, and I'll tell you why. Outside of losing money, yada, 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 $70 million investment, we saw an unconventional way of football being played. No extra points, no kickoffs, 2-point conversions. Ball to 25, 4th and 12 for an onside kick. It was like pickup football, but on a bigger scale. I loved it. I think that it's a shame that it never took off, but at the same time, if other leagues can take pointers from the AAF, I think there's some major upsides here.
And it had decent viewership at one point. I think it was the same night as an NBA game, and it outranked them on TNT, which is fantastic.
It drew 30,000 people to a game in the Alamo Dome.
Learned what everybody else already knows. You come at the NFL, you best not miss, and they missed by a long shot. Look, they had decent players. They had decent brand recognition, and fan bases built up already. But even though they're playing in the spring when the NFL isn't, they just couldn't compete. And they should have tried to bond with the NFL. They should have been their developmental league.
It didn't take off because it was doomed to crash the minute they thought that they could become a minor league for the NFL. The NFL knew they wouldn't profit off of it, and some parts of me think that while the AAF was really shooting for this goal, they knew this too. On a side note, for the XFL, this is Vince McMahon's biggest victory over a sports rival since he bought out World Championship Wrestling in 2001. I had to get that one in there, okay? But either way, the XFL, good pointers for them in the spring league.
Segue. So the AAF was currently being sued by a former member of the founding committee who said that they took his ideas and then pushed him out. He released a document that said they were wanted to approach Vince McMahon for usage of the XFL name. They wanted to call this the XFL. That is you can look that up.
Oh.
So that is just another wrench in this whole craziness there. AAF, sorry to see you go. Figure some stuff out before you try again.
That's all the time we have for the quick hitters.
But when we come back, Andrew will be joined at the desk by David to break down some college basketball.